Inshallah, I prepared 2 pieces today. I know we have late nights, early mornings, and long days, mashallah, this Ramadan, so I don't want to keep you too long. This first piece is actually based on the hadith that says this world is a paradise for the disbelievers, and it is a prison, right, for the believers, mashallah. 10 minutes, mashallah. This world shackled to my ankles like a chain and a ball. Adam after the fall, just trying to break down walls. In this life I am a prisoner, incarcerated by faith, and every day I'm on trial, so let me state my case. Sworn in Muslim with a raised right hand. Now there's nothing left to do but take the stand for Islam under oath until I die. So I gotta testify, Islam is the truth, man, I tell you no lie. Allah is almighty, Allah is most high, and submission is a charge that I can't deny. My conviction is true, a lifetime sentence, and you can lock me in a cage, still I gotta bear witness. In this life I am a prisoner, incarcerated by faith, and every day I'm on trial, so let me state my case. If my belief is a crime, then I'm guilty, I confess. I believe in Allah, His angels, books, prophets, and life after death, as well as predestination, and Allah knows best. So before you pass verdict, you should check your own chest. Wretched or blessed, it all starts from the heart, and every time you sin it leaves a little black mark till you're trapped in the dark and buried in the silence, sentenced to repentance and solitary confinement. In this life I am a prisoner, incarcerated by faith, and every day I'm on trial, so let me state my case. In isolation and prostration at least 5 times in a day. It's like a short stay in a cell in Guantanamo Bay. And what makes me a criminal? The fact that I pray, because I stand in the night and I fast in the day. Is it the charity I give? The zakat that I pay? They'd rather see me deaf, dumb, blind, and wandering astray. But life is too precious just to squander it away. Plus the angels on guard and they record what I say. In this life I am a prisoner, incarcerated by faith, and every day I'm on trial, so let me state my case. No man is innocent without sin. That's not what religion is about. But you should still give your fellow citizen the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's so suspicious, spitting bigotry from the mouth. From the House of Representatives to the representatives of the House. Got me looking for recourse at the mercy of the courts. Trying to bargain with the judge is my first resort. And no, I'm not an arson, but I'll carry the torch. They'll have to study the Quran to bring the evidence forth. If it's a crime to be committed, I admit it, I did it. Dedicated my mind, my body, my spirit. It was self-defense. They should have never came near it. They wanted to take away my faith and I wouldn't let them steal it. In this life I am a prisoner, incarcerated by faith, and every day I'm on trial, so let me state my case. Sworn in Muslim with a raised right hand. Now there's nothing left to do but take the stand for Islam. Alhamdulillah. My name is Ibrahim Jaaber, as Sheikh Allah mentioned. I'm the lead youth coordinator over at Masjid DarulSalam in Elizabeth, New Jersey, as well as many other things, mashallah. And I'm going to go right into my next piece, which is also based on another hadith, mashallah. And just for the record, if there's anyone pursuing such art forms or anything, right, we should try to base what we do off of ilm, right, off of guidance, off of knowledge, right? And so this is my message to any of the youth, mashallah. Anything you're pursuing, right, you have to put that Islamic spin on it, right? You have to dip it in halal, mashallah, right? And for my final piece, inshallah. Bismillah. To feast on the Muslims, all the nations will gather. as the invited guest of a banquet surrounding a platter. And the believers will be many, but our numbers won't even matter because of our love of this life and dislike of the hereafter. Yet too often I hear laughter, drowning out the bombs, sleeping on the job. It's time to sound the alarm. That's the sound of a mom with a child in her arms, and a cry so loud make the clouds want to storm. The enemies of Islam are advancing their plans, dividing this ummah and setting up camps in our lands. We had the chance to stand together, but we sat on our hands and let the West carry the banner of Sharia bans. If we don't stand together, then where do we stand? I said, if we don't stand together, then where do we stand? 1400 years and the prophecy continues. And if you ain't at the table, then you're probably on the menu. To feast on the Muslims, all the nations will gather as the invited guest of a banquet surrounding a platter. And the believers will be many, but our numbers won't even matter because of our love of this life and dislike of the hereafter. Islamophobia is spreading fast. It's like some kind of cancer, fueled by the media. It's all gossip and slander, and so many lives lost at the price of your propaganda because the politics of fear suggested war is the answer. Turn on the TV, another certified liar with killer intentions and murderous desires, and their business description is war for hire, getting paid every day to set the world on fire. And no second thought to what their words inspire, and the one pointing finger is the gun supplier. So don't let the humble get caught in the wrong attire, in a turban, a throw, but a wrong kafaya. Say goodbye to the ease and hello to the hardship, because when your faith is constant, that makes you a target, and 2 times the threat with the name of a prophet. Nowadays, that's all it takes to get your name on a rocket. To feast on the Muslims, all the nations will gather as the invited guest of a banquet surrounding a platter. And the believers will be many, but our numbers won't even matter because of our love of this life and dislike of the hereafter. Is my blood so cheap that they spill it by the gallon? And numbers unheard of, cause ain't nobody counting. From Syria to Burma, blood running like a fountain, and the corpses so many, it's enough to make a mountain. Genocide, apartheid, welcome to the dark side, where faith in Allah is enough to get you hog-tied. My heart goes out to the martyrs, caught between borders. The signs are so clear, it says the world's out of order. Believers lining up like lambs for the slaughter. And what does war taste like? Over oil and water. Blood boiling over black beneath the soil in Iraq is encouragement enough for them to forward their attack. And ain't no looking back, ain't no making friends, no, ain't no making pacts, because they don't see people, all they see is stats. Here's a question for democracy. What type of policy is that? Manifest destiny is just another word for conquest. That's why military generals get elected to Congress. How many have to die just to make it easier to digest the fire that you intake every time you bomb us? To feast on the Muslims, all the nations will gather as the invited guest of a banquet surrounding a platter. And the believers will be many, but our numbers won't even matter because of our love of this life and dislike of the hereafter. Yet too often I hear laughter, drowning out the bombs. Appreciate the invitation, mashallah. And now, inshallah, back to Tarawih. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.